Hello, folks. Here to speak about the month of October. If you prefer to read about it, I've already posted on my website. So let's get into this. Now, what is happening in October? We continue with the eclipse season. We had one on September the 18th, and there's an upcoming solar eclipse on October 2nd. And as usual, I've made separate videos on that, so have a look there. And I speak in detail about the eclipses. The one thing I want to point out in the October 2nd eclipse, which I didn't mention in that video, is that it's actually a very special day because we are in the Pitru Paksh season, right? Which comes around this time every year. And this is even more powerful because the Pitru Paksh it always falls between the full moon and the new moon. And this time it's between the eclipses. So on that last day of Pitru Paksh, October the 2nd, Amavasya, it's a very auspicious day to do some kind of a ritual for your ancestors. Yeah. I'm actually going to be I'm going to be in India at that time, and I'm hoping to do something myself at that time. So the October eclipse will help us make a lot of progress and move forward in life. So not to fear there. What else is going on in October? Jupiter turns retrograde on October the 9th to stay till February the 5th. And I've just made a separate video on that, which is posted. So have a look there. There's a discussion in that video on each sign, so I'm not going to go into it. And the synopsis of this, this highlights, the monthly highlights video. Yeah. I will also link it here, so you can have a quick go through that. Mars continues its journey in Gemini for most of the month. Venus is in top shape in Libra. It's moved through Golden sign. Mercury's transit is beneficial through its move through Golden sign of Virgo, which is also where it gets exalted. Interestingly, Mercury is the only planet that gets exalted in its own sign. It's moved through Golden sign. And then after that, Mercury will go into Libra, another friendly space for Mercury. So the first event, of course, of October is the solar eclipse taking place in Virgo, in Hasta, on October the 2nd. This eclipse is aspected by Jupiter from Taurus and Mars from Gemini. So there could be a lot going on at this time. It's an excellent eclipse, though, to manifest a long cherished goal or desire. Being organized, paying attention to detail, getting your health in order. Those are the kind of things that are favorable during this eclipse cycle. You may feel restless, though, a little bit agitated, reactive, right, with that Mars aspect on the eclipse. So watch for that. Things are going to move very quickly, though, around these days, and many things will be unfolding all at once. So remember to slow down and take a deep breath. It is a great time for beginning new chapters. And you could feel like, despite an eclipse, you know sort of what direction you're heading in. Blessings are with us now. Good news can be there, especially if you have planets in mutable signs, right? Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius. Communications can be forceful at this time, but they will be clear. Then what happens? Then Mercury moves into Libra. On October the 10th, joins its friend there, Venus. It's already in Libra. Mercury will stay in Libra till October the 30th. It's an excellent transit, actually, of Mercury. This time, Mercury doesn't receive any aspects, so you'll be in the mood to socialize. It's also a very good transit for business activities with Mercury and Venus, both in Libra, especially if you're self-employed. On October the 13th, Venus moves into Scorpio, stays until November the 7th. This is a difficult transit for Venus. Here it does, however, receive the aspect of Jupiter, but it also receives the aspect of Saturn as well as Rahu. So see what Scorpio is for you, right? Because anyway, Scorpio is highly activated for these few months. And now with Venus there, that just adds another planet that is impacting Scorpio. Relationships can be under scrutiny. There might be very obsessive thoughts about somebody at this time that you're having. Miscommunication can be there. Pettiness can also arise, right, with that Mars and Gemini. Mars being the ruling planet of Scorpio. Mars moving into Cancer can also mean deception in relationships. Cheating, lying can occur, right? So part of that Venus transit in Scorpio, Mars will be in Gemini, and part of it, Mars will be in Cancer. So go slow if you have just met someone. If you're in a relationship, you can uncover some secrets about your partner at this time. Sun makes its way into Libra from October the 17th until November the 16th. This is a tough transit for the Sun. It's in its stability. It's in the sign of its enemy. And seeing that Venus is in Scorpio at that time, vitality can feel low. As soon as the Sun moves into Libra, there's a full moon taking place in Aries in the Gandhanth degree of Ashwini. This full moon, similar to the solar eclipse, suggests a new chapter in our lives, right? It is, after all, Ashwini, where this is happening. But you may run into some obstacle before you can start that chapter, right? And that obstacle would need to be addressed. Mars in the 3rd from the moon, Ketu in the 6th suggests that you will succeed in removing any roadblocks at this time, and may even get assistance from others. Mars makes its way to Cancer on October the 21st. Despite its debility, Mars is in its friend's sign, the moon. But Mars in Cancer, I found that it can lead to passive-aggressive actions. And sometimes unethical, immoral also. So if you're Aries or Scorpio, be watchful there. With Rahu's aspect from Pisces on this Mars, that's even more the case, right? We can see some underhanded behavior. There can be deception. Things may not be as they seem. So step back and review the situation that you're in, especially concerning domestic relationship matters. Mars throws its 4th aspect onto Libra, again, suggesting relationship trouble, some turbulence, perhaps wanting to control the outcome in relationship matters. Here you can feel somewhat self-centered. Like your partner can complain about maybe like not getting enough attention from you. 8th aspect of Mars goes on to Saturn, right? From Cancer, Mars is also going to aspect Aquarius. And here you can see some twists and turns. So see what Aquarius represents for you. October 30th, Mercury moves into Scorpio, joining Venus. So again, a lot of emphasis on Scorpio. Sudden changes are in store. Money matters, relationship matters, domestic matters can see some big shifts. So much emphasis on Scorpio by the end of the month. To get an idea of where you can experience these changes, it would be best to see where is Scorpio falling in your chart, right? Is it your 3rd house, your 4th house, your 5th house? To see where the changes can manifest. First half of the month will feel very different than the second half. In the second half, you may undergo some turbulence, some big shift also, some big change also. Perhaps a new horizon is there, and there's some hesitation to move forward, right? A new life direction. Next month in November, there will be an easier energy flow. So where the path ahead will become more clear to you. Okay? So that's all for now, folks. All the best.